Hello and welcome back to Beauty Bee and to another themed weekend. This weekend is themed all around Urban Decay. Why, you may ask, is this third weekend in April themed towards Urban Decay? There's no particular reason. I just had 3 Urban Decay videos that I wanted to put up within the next couple of weeks, so I decided, you know what, let's make it 4 and we can call it a themed weekend and it'll be a great time. So we're going to start out this weekend with a review of this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Shadow Stick. I have mine in the shade Mildew. I received this from Influenster for free. Here is a swatch of it. It does go on very creamy. Just for some quick information, I think that this is a bit more blue-green than what I see on the website. On the website, it looks very true olive green. This is definitely a little bit cooler than I would think based on the swatches I see online, and I think it has a bit more blue to it, which I actually prefer. I think this is a much more interesting color, and I think I get a lot more use out of it than I likely would if it was a full-on dark olive green. The packaging on this feels really nice. It feels heavy. There is a sharpener. I had not had that before. The sharpener is apparently not that securely in there. There's a sharpener on the end though, and that is useful because I think the way that I will end up using this most often going forward is as lower liner, and the tip on this is not particularly fine as is. I am not wearing this product today. I have, however, filmed 2 different looks with it over the past week and a half or so, and I will input that footage right here. But I think today, in keeping with my outfit and just the general vibe that I think most people would be going for with this product, we're gonna do something pretty light and pretty easy, low fuss. So I'm just going to apply this all over my lid. I don't have any eye primer on right now. I've had mixed experiences with this. I've worn it without eye primer once or twice and it's been fine. And I've worn it with eye primer and it seems sort of 50-50. Sometimes it's been fine and sometimes it's not worn very well. So I don't know what's up with that. But I'm skipping eye primer today. I am filming this quite a bit before the video is going to go up, like a couple weeks before. So I will test it out a little bit more. So in the meantime, I will be testing that out. And in the review portion, I will mention how I've had better luck long term. Eye primer or no? Okay, so I've got that on, and really I could wear it just like this and be perfectly happy with the look. I do want to add just a little bit of brown shadow in my crease to blend things out. And for that, I'm just going to use a pretty standard crease brush and this e.l.f. shadow. This is a pretty mid-tone neutral brown, actually. It looks quite cool compared to everything else in the palette, but it really is not as cool as it looks. It's pretty neutral. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in the crease and blend it up. Go over with my finger just because I feel like that always gives me the softest application of things. It's just going over edges with my finger. Okay. I missed a little spot on my eye right there. I'll go over that. And with that, I think the eye look is finished. All right, time for the second half of this video. Again, I'm going to be starting out with Mildew as my base. And I do have my base makeup on. I've got foundation, I have concealer. I have done a very thorough job on my eyebrows, but I don't have anything, even primer, on my eyes at the moment. Okay, so I've got that over the lid, and I think I'm gonna top that off with a little bit of blue glitter. Don't know why I've got a tickle in my throat today, but I just cannot shake it. I think I'm gonna use this shade. I think I probably want to use some glitter glue with that though, just to be safe. So I've got my NYX glitter primer, and I'm going to apply that over all of my lid, everywhere where I have mildew. I find that putting a colored base under this blue really brings out some interesting colors, and I think that combining it with this green is going to give sort of a beautiful mermaid effect. Yes. I love that color. I love the color that I'm getting from that. So into it. I think that likely this is how I'm going to end up using Mildew most often, is as a base for a little bit more shadow, especially glittery shades, because this is a type of look that I really enjoy. I love wearing glitter all over the lid, but I don't want to have, 30 different glitters sitting around. So having bases that are a little bit more colorful that can bring out different shades in those glitters is really helpful. To finish off the upper lid, I'm going to go into this sage green matte shade. It's actually pretty close to Mildew in color, and I'm just going to carve out my crease a little bit. Just making sure that I'm covering all of Mildew up, which may seem against the point for this video, but I think that, as I said earlier, I think that Mildew is going to be mostly a base for me. And I just find that this wears a little bit better when I've covered every hint of Mildew. I think I'm going to use that same shade on my lower lash line. Okay, so I think that is more or less the eyes. The short version of my review is that $26, which is the retail price for this item, is just too much. I think we're kind of past the era of the $26 single shadow anyway, but this is just not an incredible formula. I do really like the color, and I think it works well on, say, the inner corner or smudged under the lower lash line. However, for that price tag, I would really want to be able to use this as a one and done eyeshadow. And while you can do that, I find that it doesn't wear very well throughout the day. I definitely notice creasing and bald patches throughout the day, whether I use primer or not. However, I can fix it to some extent. You know, just with a clean finger, I can move the shadow around on my lid. It never fully sets down, which is a major drawback for me. However, this does make a really stunning base for other eye products. I find that I personally really like shimmery blue and shimmery green eyeshadows. I'm sure that's hard to tell based on what I'm wearing today. And I think that this is a great complement to those. It adds some interesting dimension. It really brings out the different colors in those eyeshadows, and I really enjoy the effect that it gives. Also, I find that with or without eyeshadow primer, as long as I have a powder over top of it, this lasts really well all day long. It also doesn't mess with any blending out with other colors that I might want to do. I can put this all over the lid and then blend something into the crease. No problem. I think you saw that in, I believe, both of the looks that I posted. If I saw these go on sale for maybe $12, $15, so about half price, I would consider purchasing another shade. I think the shade range is actually not fantastic right now. I think that this format of pencil really lends itself to maybe some champagnes or really light shimmery colors that would work really well in the inner corner or on the brow bone. I think that the quite deep, bold colors that they have right now would be great if they worked a bit better as one and done shadow looks, but at least for me and my somewhat oily eyelids, it just can't give me that. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope that this was helpful or interesting. Please consider liking and subscribing if it was, and I hope that you will catch the rest of this Urban Decay weekend. I think the videos that I have planned are pretty interesting, and I would love to share them with you. Okay, thanks again for watching. See ya!